He's doing incest with a child. You have to put stop to it, please. He's brainwashing her and abusing her verbally to make her like, so he's using manipulation methods to to do things in her favor, have the family do things in her favor. So one thing is they want her to move to location there, and then so that she will be closer proximity, and then they said they don't let find out about me because I'm helping. So he's gonna sabotage me trying to help her because he wants to oppress her. Do you understand? So if I receive threat I would get threat from her, and I think it's happened before when they try to help the victim, the oppressor sabotages any attempt of helping the victim because he wants her to be dependent on him. Do you understand? He's oppressing the family and he prevents them getting help for her by using manipulation and using threats, using blackmail. They weren't telling me everything. They had told me some things. And I understand now. I just learned yesterday. I talked to him and I found out
Blackmail, threats. What else they do?
dark psychology methods. Dark psychology methods to oppress them.
What is that?
Gaslighting. You must be familiar with gaslighting. It's their weapon of choice because people don't know about it, and it's not in the penal code. They can manipulate people with things they say, screwing with their minds all they want. And police won't acknowledge it because they won't even listen to it. They say it's not a crime. So a lot of them, I've seen this in other clients, other friends I've worked with. So much abuse goes on verbally, not even yelling. The yelling does occur, verbal abuse, but there's a lot of psychological manipulation, commonly called dark psychology or gaslighting. I've received it myself. It's the fact that you yourself don't know about it. You were asking me about it. That you don't know. That's their favorite weapon because it's invisible. It's covert. You see, the covert narcissists, they might be doing something they would claim they're doing it for their good, but it's a psychology method. It's disguised so you don't see it. It's not a gun, it's not a knife, but it's being used to manipulate people to benefit from them either financially or emotionally. And then you and law enforcement, people you report to, don't acknowledge it, don't recognize it because it's not something you're familiar with. It doesn't rise to the threshold that a gun or a knife or a slap or a physical. It's not physical, but it does even more damage because it's covert, it's disguised. So they use that a lot and they get away with it. They can continue doing it on and on and on, oppressing a family, and nothing gets done about it. It's used in combination of threats and methods that don't cross the threshold, don't below the radar. Do you understand? It's below the radar.
Yes.
It's not a crime. It's not in the penal code. Gaslighting is not a penal code. They say go to therapist, and therapist says we can't do anything about it. All they do is give medication, and the medication just sedates the person so they don't talk. And they don't have credibility because they have mental disorder. Do you understand? No one listens to them. If you get that point, And so this family is being oppressed they can't get restraining order against brainwashing her, so she doesn't get allowed to tell the judge, I want restraining, even though the parents know abuse is going on, the social worker knows it's going on. They're helpless. And I just told that to Child Protective Services. I wanted to tell them that she's able to do it because the mom is being manipulated. They said, we can't hear that because it's compartmentalized. They said they don't want to acknowledge that. They said because what's happening to the mother, we don't acknowledge because we're only Child Protective Services. We're not adult. You have to call Adult Protective Services. So because it's compartmentalized, they're not getting the whole picture. I'm hoping you will. I am begging that you do listen to the things that I said that normally they don't acknowledge because it's not a knife, and it's another family member who's not an adult. I would want you to hear it, even though you're Adult Protective Services, what the adult, the victim's daughter is getting, you need to know.
Let me ask you a question. Excuse me.
Well, she has, I don't know if I told you, she has trauma bond. Did I tell you when we go out together, she starts crying because she misses him, even though he's the abusing her and her daughter. She loves him because he validates her. Who's the one who's abusing her and her daughter? Do you understand? That's why they can't take action against it, because even though she has special needs, she has her rights. You know, she has her. But the judge asks her, "What do you want?"
Once again, any examples? Anything else you want
That's
to add to the report?
that's what it is. So right now, if I